Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show. Real talk, big opinions, and fearless conversations. From the front lines of politics to the latest in pop culture. From breaking sports headlines to the stories that move the world. Nothing's off limits, and nobody's holding back. Arrington Gavin is here to break it down, build it up, and keep it all the way real. So turn it up, lean in, and let's get into it. This is the Arrington Gavin Show.
What is happening, y'all? Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show, your go-to spot for sharp insights, bold opinions, and unfiltered takes on the biggest stories of the day. Let me bring this down a little bit. There you go. Of the biggest stories of the day, whether it's politics, sports, pop culture, or the latest buzz. Look, we're diving deep and keeping it real, so please do me a favor. Kick back, stay informed, and get ready to join the conversation. On tonight's convo, I'm actually so this is later on in the evening. This is actually still primary evening happening over in Florida, I believe. Florida primaries. And as of right now, I'll be sharing some of the big winners on the primaries happening out in the state of Florida. But also on this show, I want to continue the conversation of the back and forth between the National Association of Black Journalists, NABJ, and Stephen A. Smith, ESPN personality, newly famed political commentator. We're going to talk about that and more here on the show. As always, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule. You know, we drop new episodes weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and wherever you listen to your podcast, whether that's Apple, iHeart, Spotify, just name a few. Please subscribe, follow all platforms where you can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show. Also, shout out to Goatverse TV, where you can check out past episodes of the Arrington Gavin Show on their streaming platform. Follow them on, you download their app, go on the App Store, Google Play Store, Roku, as well as Amazon Fire TV. Let's see. Also follow us on our social media platforms. Instagram at the Arrington Gavin Show. You can also follow us on Blue Sky and X, all under the same handle, AG Show Live. And then you can also follow us on Substack. And then lastly, check out our awesome website, www.theagshow.com. If you want to hit me up, right? Send me an email. If you would love to, if you want to, guest recommendation, you can email me through there. I truly appreciate that. And also you can DM me on social media as well. So we got plenty of ways you can follow and reach out to me and all that great stuff, because I love the engagement. I love staying connected with those who support this platform. Also, if you have not done so yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel. The Arrington Gavin Show is very simple. Share with a friend, share with family. It's an easy way for you all to keep tabs when we have a new episode and when we put up new content up there, because sometimes we'll have some live recording specials, right? It's midterm season, so we're doing recordings kind of in the heat of the moment, when I can get a convo with a elected official or candidate, or if it's a major race that occurred, or even I'm even thinking about doing a live on election night. Thinking about doing something like that as well. So let's see, what else do we got on the chopping block today? I mentioned about primary night happening in Florida. Okay, so this is actually, so I hope you enjoyed my conversation with Dr. Eric Lavelle. So this is almost like a part 2 of that, y'all. Because Dr. Eric Lavelle, friend of the show, political and legal analyst, kind of gave me his take on the 2026 midterms overall, as well as the whole back and forth within the Big Tent Democratic Party, progressive, Democratic Socialists, and moderates, right? Who's coming out victorious or more victorious? Who is raising, garnering momentum and whatnot? So we've been having that those back and forth, right? And it was a great conversation as always. He also did not give me any names in regards to 2028 predictions, right? He just said exactly the kind of candidates that they will need to be looking for. He did say wait after the midterm, so I will hold him to that. As far as for the midterms, but yeah, man, I'm trying to do this, and I'm also on my phone at the same time because I was reaching out to some of my friends earlier, who is in some of these primary states, just to kind of follow up with some more, and and wanting to see how it's looking over in their neck of the woods. So as of right now, so you got former Republican Congressman Byron Donald, a Trump endorsed candidate, by the way, won his GOP primary in a packed race. He had I believe the lieutenant governor had ran in that race. Also, a gentleman, I think Jim or James Fishback, who was a far right extremist who was openly insulting Byron Donald, making offensive comments and accusations towards him. Now, look, I'm no fan of Byron Donald, but it was some uncalled for rhetoric and name calling that this Fishback guy was trying to get under his skin. But hey, no shocker that he was going to win that primary. Byron Donald, that is. Now, on the Democratic side, check this out. Former Congressman David Jolly, former Republican Congressman David Jolly, won the Democratic primary for governor. David Jolly had long, in my opinion, left the Republican Party. So he was a part, I would say, the never Trump there we go, kind of muted my mic there. He was a part of the never Trumpers early on, and he stayed strong to that belief for the longest. And so he left the Republican Party, was an independent for a while, and then decided to join the Democratic Party. And then boom, you see him run for office, which is understandable because, see, the way the political game works, you can either you cannot go further as an independent. Now, as an independent myself, I would truly love to see more independence, and it depends. It really depends on which state too. I will say that it depends on which state. Depends on which coast you're in as well. Independence can go somewhat further on, but as far as for just Florida, for sure, it's a red state. Let's see how it looks in his favor, but Florida's looking pretty decent right now. So I mentioned Byron Donald. The governor's race will be Byron Donald and David Jolly. On the U.S. Senate race, so this is major. So we have the opportunity to have on Florida Representative Angie Nixon, who is running for U.S. Senate. Okay, check this out, y'all. She pulled off a huge upset. I think so, in winning the primary for U.S. Senate. Let me go ahead and see if I can. Let's see. Yep. So Angie Nixon, who came on this show, and it's crazy because we actually had some bad connection, but we still made it happen. She ended up winning 55.7% over Alex Whitman, who has a twin brother, who is a Eugene Whitman, running for Virginia's congressional district, and I believe that district is. Give me a second as I find what district it is. Virginia District 7. So his brother succeeded in the congressional Democratic primary. but this Alex Woodman did not. So again, congrats to Angie Nixon. We will be checking this out. She will be going against incumbent Ashley Moody, right? And which Moody won her primary by a landslide in 79.6% on that. Let's go ahead and go back to the congressional races before we move forward. Corey Mills was a talked about race because he was the incumbent. Corey Mills, that has been filled with scandal. Okay, a lot of folks wanted him to drop out. Of course, he refuses, and you see what happened. He lost. He lost by a large number, 46.9%. The winner, I believe, his name is, what is his name? Last name Elijah. Well, it's gonna pop up eventually, but he lost. Corey Mills did, and also here's the interesting thing: Randy Fine won his primary by a long shot, 56.9%. Now let me show you this clip here because Randy Fine has found himself in some hot water, really breaking the law because he was scrambling in someone's mail. Let me go ahead and this is reported by, this is a clip from the Daily Caller's social media platform, and I'll read you the article shortly, but let me go ahead and show you this clip here. Now, this is the Randy Fine, the gentleman who basically is team no bipartisan, explaining that, well, if the left likes this, then it must be it must be a bad thing. If Elizabeth Warren likes this policy, so we must be doing something wrong because we can't all agree. Like, he's a clown. He is a clown. But check this video out. You see that? Going through somebody's mail. Now, obviously, if it was his home and he has the fine shirt, right, he would be like, oh, I can just grab the mail and say, hey, no, he's going through someone's mail. Yet this man just won his primary. So will something be said later on? I hope so. But as of right now, that's a big no-no. Okay. That is a big no-no. MAGA Congressman Randy Fine, seen in this video going through one of his constituents' mail. This is why he's been on the campaign, but obviously it helped out for him. But I wonder if this will put effect and bite him on the ass later on, due to this coming out. So we will follow up on that. It might hurt his chances, excuse me, in the general, but we will see. We will see, my friends. Any other? I'm still following up on Bernard Taylor's primary. As you know, he was Bernard Taylor, firefighter, first responder, running for Congress, Florida's 21st district. As of right now, I wonder if that's going to be in a runoff because this is really, really close, but they haven't called it yet. Now on NBC News right now, and their decision just has not called. My computer wants to, or my laptop wants to slow up on me here. They haven't called that one yet. They have not called that one yet. So we'll keep an eye on Bernard Taylor because he was also guest on the show. Also, really great guy. Rooting for him on that race. Let me see. Did they call it? No, they haven't called it. As of right now, it's 50. It might be in a runoff. It's 50.4% to 49.6%. So we will pay close attention to that. Incumbent Moskowitz, who is a considered more moderate, he won his primary against a gentleman last name Larkin, who was seen as a Democratic socialist, Oliver Larkin. And yeah, Jared Moskowitz won his by a large 63.5%. So that's just a little follow up with the primary out in Florida, my friend. So just wanted to keep you posted with that. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have more here on the Arrington Gavin Show. We're gonna continue this conversation of the war between and I'm using it as a figure of speech, but there is a dispute happening between the NABJ and Stephen A. Smith. So do not go anywhere, my friends. You're listening to the Arrington Gavin Show.
Every man has a story to tell. Your ambitions, your achievements, your legacy. Your suit should reflect that story, crafted precisely, designed for impact, and tailored exclusively for you. We work with only the finest fabrics, luxurious wools, silk, linen, and blends from world-renowned mills in Italy, the UK, and India. These fabrics are the foundation of custom suits that exude elegance and stand the test of time. But a suit isn't just about fabric, it's about fit, and it's about confidence, and it all starts with you. When you work with me, you'll receive a personalized consultation, whether in person or over Zoom. Together, we'll explore your vision and discuss your needs. And we're gonna bring your ideas to life. My journey as a designer includes apprenticing under New York-based designer Clavon Leonard, showcasing collections at New York Fashion Week, Algeria Fashion Week, and the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. That experience is what we bring to every suit we create, from weddings to corporate events and everything in between. We specialize in crafting one-of-a-kind suits for life's most significant moments. Dapper Luke has been recognized as one of Baltimore's best menswear in 2023, and I was honored to be one of the 10 designers selected for the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. With over 900 satisfied clients, we proudly serve Virginia Beach and Baltimore, bringing world-class designs to these incredible communities. We don't just make suits, we craft confidence. Your suit will fit your body, your style, and it will tell your story. Book your free online personal consultation today. Visit www.dapperluke.com.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to
And we still in traffic.
Don't look familiar, do I? Not in this seat.
Hey, what's that you listening to?
Here to host today.
Hey, turn it up.
With me?
Yeah, that's that new GoatVerse app. I got you.
So y'all want to know where the goats are? They're off on the sidelines.
Looking for fresh, relevant content wherever you go?
What was the name of the app he said?
Introducing GoatVerse TV.
GoatVerse, that's what it's called.
The free streaming app that brings you the best podcasts, current events, and thought-provoking opinions all in one place. Download it now from the Apple Store or Play Store. In Goats, we trust.
Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Order our scented beard oils and beard balms to help you maintain and grow the perfect beard. Order today. Try our men's care products like the full body exfoliating cleansing bars, body wash, smooth stash, and more. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. We're your luxury but affordable men's care line. And remember,
rugged is the new smooth.
I'm Aaron Phillips. Join me Saturdays at 12:30 as I host The Voice of 757. I'll share news, events, happenings, and the people that shape the 757. That's The Voice of 757, Saturday afternoon at 12:30 right here on Sky 4.
All right, my friends, welcome back to the show. So I want to continue talking on this convo about the NABJ and Stephen A. Smith. So Stephen A. Smith was recently on. Now he has been on this what do you call it? He's been on this media frenzy, sharing like basically giving his side, because he's saying that the NABJ is pretty much trying to what's the word I'm looking for? Tear down his name, basically. It's saying that he has been he has a long pattern of being disrespectful to women, okay? And that is why we gotta honor him with the most disrespectful award here at the National Association of Black Journalists, the Thumbs Down Award. Now, when I say it's the most disrespectful, because you know who else won it? Brendan Carr, someone who's not a member of the NABJ. He's somebody who is he's the FCC commissioner, and so he is he's someone who basically the donkey of the day. If you all are familiar with the Breakfast Club, that award is basically like the donkey of the day award. And so Stephen A. Smith, he feels some type of way. He feels some type of way about it. So he's been on this press tour, right? Talking about how, this is all political, because I have never disrespected Black women. That is blasphemous. Some of his words he likes to use. That is preposterous. That is, the audacity. They'll mitigate gall. Let me go ahead and share you a couple of clips. This one here is when he was on Sean Hannity's program, which, in my opinion, I don't think that helps your case, Stephen A. When you go on Hannity, somebody who has been known to lie and disrespect individuals. Again, him being so MAGA, Sean Hannity. I don't think this does not help your case, my friend. Here, check this out.
Now, doesn't this have to do specifically with your criticism of radical people on the left? And you did mention a couple of African-American women at times, Jasmine Crockett, who says nutty things, Joy Reid, who says, in my view, nutty things. Is that what this is about?
I think it is. I don't think there's any question about it. And that's why I spoke out against it, because I think it's utterly ridiculous. I was raised by 5 Black women. My mother, God rest her soul, and my 4 older sisters. I have 2 daughters. I have 10 nieces. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I find it highly offensive that they would label me in this way. Give me a thumbs down award specifically for disparaging Black women. I want everybody out there to know there's no such thing. That did not happen. That is a flat out lie. And that never happened. Whether it was Jasmine Crockett, whether it was Kamala Harris, whether it was Michelle Obama, I pointed to something that they said that I may have disagreed with. That is all. That is all that I have done. And
you
Joy
said
Reid,
about Michelle Obama,
as well.
She could win. That's what I remember you saying about her.
Yeah, but what? No. Yeah, but remember what happened is that I said that I did not appreciate her saying that a vote for Donald Trump was a vote against women, because I said there are a plethora of reasons why people go to a poll. Some people might prioritize the economy, immigration, safety in the streets of America, national security, etc. There are a plethora of reasons why somebody would choose to vote. To sit up there and to say to African-American men that a vote for Donald Trump would be a vote against women, I said, I don't think that's fair. And that's what I said. My point is, whether you agree or disagree, how does the word disparaging come into play? Or to talk about me degrading and denigrating Black women? No. I've had a difference of opinion about something that they may have said, and that is all. But a journalistic organization that's its foundation is supposed to be based on objectivity, and most importantly, uplifting African Americans within the journalism industry. Well, excuse me, what have I accomplished in my career? Where am I sitting at right now? On September 29th, I'm about to be inducted into the Broadcast and Cable Hall of Fame. I've established myself as one of those people in this industry, but I'm not a Hall of Famer for the NABJ. I brought for my national television show, First Take from ESPN, in concert with ESPN and the great bosses that I have. We brought First Take, a nationally televised show, every weekday morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on ESPN. We brought it to the NABJ conference. When have you seen a nationally televised show broadcasting live from a journalism convention? I did it the last 2 years in Chicago and Cleveland, respectively. But I don't show up this year, and all of a sudden I receive a thumbs down award. I think it's utterly ridiculous, and I called them on it.
So I will let me share my take. Let me share my take on this one. What Stephen A. Smith is saying, personally, I don't disagree. Now, I'm going to tell you, on a strategic standpoint, you don't go on Sean Hannity, you don't go on Fox News to continue to share how good you are to the black community as a African American man and successful man at that. But you don't go to Fox News. I get it. You and Sean Hannity, y'all friends. You know them for 30 plus years, whatever. Yes. Do they have a large audience? Yes. But their audience is, in my opinion, and not all, but a good number of them are folks who is not does not stand for diversity initiatives, does not stand for when you, oh my gosh, why do you have to bring race into it? They don't stand for African American studies. They don't stand for black empowerment, in my opinion. Now, am I a watcher of Fox News? Yeah, I watch all the news. I want to get different perspectives, so I'll watch them all. But I trust and believe if I'm here to try and bring out an apology or say, hey, look, it's a flat out lie. I'm here to protect my name and my character. I ain't gonna go on Fox News. I'm not. I am not. Go on MS Now, go on CNN, hell, go on some of the go on the Black Star Network, go on Roland Martin Unfiltered, go on Urban One, Urban View. Okay. That's when you want to defend your name, because then they're gonna have the conversation. Well, look, here's how. Because look, I'll be honest. If you have a disagreement, or if you bring up, well, look, I don't think. Yes, they're gonna look at this. Oh, you're not for the cause. You're not. Come on now, y'all. The man simply just said, I had a disagreement. I never talked about their character in any way. Okay. Now, for him to say, hey, look, I brought a national broadcast show to this and that, I can care less about that. But for example, when he brought up Michelle Obama, right? He said, I disagree with that standpoint that if you vote for Trump, is a no vote for women. But yet alone, if you look at the stats, women did vote for Trump. A number of women. Now, if that's a large number of black women, no. Majority of black women lean Democrat. Okay. So there's a small percentage of black women that vote in for Donald Trump. Now, folks were criticizing Stephen A for not defend. For example, Sean Hannity said Jasmine Crockett and Joy and Reid say nutty things. He said in his opinion, they say nutty things. Now, they're like, see, Stephen A didn't even defend black women because he let that white man say that they say nutty things. Didn't the man just say that's his opinion? Now, Stephen A could have said that, look, that's your opinion, but I will say differently. Now, we have our disagreements, but I'm not going to say they say nutty things for the most part, because I know plenty of folks on this network that says nutty things, or he could have said something like that. But guess what? He did it, and that shouldn't be like, oh, see right there. So this whole back and forth with NABJ, and it is disheartening, because in my opinion, I look at Stephen A. Smith as a very well accomplished, successful journalist, black journalist. Yeah, primarily sports, but he is building up, in my opinion, a fairness when it comes to the political commentator side. No, he's no elected official, right? He has no resume in politics, but he is a journalist. He does his research. Okay, he provides his platform for people on both sides. Does that sound kind of similar? Huh? I have folks from both sides of the aisle to speak on this show, right? I'm not here to debate them. Yeah, I don't always agree with them, but I'm here to provide an opportunity. Now, if they come up here speaking some extremist rhetoric, disrespect folks, insult groups or individuals, that we're not having. But hey, if we happen to have a different political opinion, that's life. We all can agree to disagree. But I'm looking online, I'm seeing folks put up a list of things why Stephen A. Smith is getting that award. So it says he feuded with Monica McNutt, who's a journalist on ESPN, after she challenged his show's limited WNBA coverage before Caitlin Clark. Okay, that's one. He defended ICE after the killing of Renee Good. I have yet to see that personally. Minimize. Now, all of these I can't say I've seen it or have seen it. I'm just reading you stuff that folks online are coming, people with, credible resumes. They're saying this is what he has done. Okay. Repeatedly defended white figures accused of racism. Okay. It sounds like there's opinion based. Targets black male athletes more harshly than white owners and power figures. Okay, again, this is defended Trump against accusations of racism. Praised Byron Donald despite Donald's praise of Jim Crow era. That, I will say, is a massive L for Stephen A. Smith, and that does deserve a thumbs down, because Stephen A. recently had Byron Donald on his show, because Byron Donald is running for the governor of Florida. And I think Stephen A. Smith said, Byron Donald can turn me into a Republican. Byron Donald could never turn me into a Republican or a supporter of him at all. Hail to the no. No. So that was a huge L that I do agree with. Saying he attacked Cheryl Swoops, I believe, verbally calling her take insane while defending Caitlin Clark, engaged in public dispute with Joanne Reed. I mean, y'all, some of the stuff is really, really, really I don't know. I wouldn't even say it seems political. You could throw some political in there. I just think it's more than that. Stephen A. has, yes, he has criticized Kamala Harris, but you know what? He also voted for Kamala Harris for president. Okay. He's independent. He has said if he ever thought about running for president, you know what he would run as? A Democrat. Now, I'm not saying that if you're a Democrat, that means you're black. Okay. A la Joe Biden with, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. What I'm saying is the fact, no need to accuse him of being a Republican, because he's not. He will say, look, I'm fiscally conservative, I'm socially liberal. That's what he's continued to repeat. All right. I'm gonna move on, but last clip I'm gonna share was when he was on Chris Cuomo's show. Now, I'm a fan of Chris Cuomo. Chris Cuomo's now, he hosts a primetime show. He's been on there for some years on News Nation. Cuomo's really one of their fairest, I would say, on that. Not very liberal, not very conservative, but I would say more center left in my opinion. But here's what he had mentioned on News Nation.
A black journalist. You are both of those things. But that in this day and age, you've got to pick a team, and your team would be black people, and you should not criticize them.
Well, first of all, black folks criticize each other all the time, amongst family, amongst friends, or whatever. That's number one. Number two, it would matter to me more, Chris, if they said that. That's not what they said. They said I disparage black women. I was raised by black women. I have 2 daughters. I have 10 nieces. I have 4 older sisters. What the hell are they talking about? There's no truth whatsoever. I own my own production company and my own YouTube channel. I employ 6 black women. I have an accountant. I have a lawyer that are black women. I have big upped and promoted and supported black women all my life because they did it for me. So when you say that I am disparaging black women, you need to back that up. And as an organization, the NABJ failed to do so. If you want to engage in politics and you want to say, we don't like the political tilt that you have to your commentary, well, that's a worthy discussion for a journalistic organization. But you're a journalistic organization that's supposed to be foundation, based on fact. And that's supposed to be your foundation, that and objectivity. And you were neither objective nor factual because they were wrong with what they were saying. They didn't have any facts, and they clearly weren't objective. And that was my point. And to give me that thumbs down 5 weeks before I'm to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. And oh, by the way, a year removed from me taking a national television show like First Take for ESPN, back-to-back years in Chicago in 2024 and in Cleveland in 2025. Those years, both years, I took my show to the NABJ conference. Nobody, when have you seen a live national television show broadcasting live from a journalism convention? But that's what I did. Obviously, with the help of ESPN and the bosses like Dave Roberts and Burt Magnus and Jimmy Pitaro, they enabled that to happen. What are they talking about? This is not based in fact. And that's why I know for a fact that, you know what, you've got liberals out there that's in the ear of these people that facilitated them making this kind of position. And I'm calling them out for it because it makes no sense whatsoever. There's no truth to what they're claiming, and it's highly offensive. And I want the world to know that.
You are a black journalist.
I want the world to know that. I want the world to know that. One thing I will give props to Stephen A is the fact that you call him out, he gonna respond. You accuse him of something, he's gonna go on all the outlets. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm gonna keep on paying more attention. I mean, well, actually, this is the last time I'm gonna talk about it because it's not gonna be the talk of the town for me. But I just wanted because I wanted to read up more stuff and share. And I mean, hey, it is what it is. But I do think that folks are stretching it. I personally, I will say that, and I will end this segment. Alrighty, okay. Now we're gonna speak on one last story here, y'all. And that is in regards to an incident happening or an investigation, I'm sorry, happening at a prominent university here in my home state of Virginia. William and Mary. Let me see if I can. There we go. Check this out here.
Is investigating the College of William and Mary over possible violations of the Civil Rights Act. In a statement, federal investigators will, quote, determine if scholarships and student benefits favor applicants of certain races, end quote. 10 on your sides, Markeisha Jackson has reaction tonight.
Scholarships and programs that are housed under the University School of Law and the School of Education are now under scrutiny. Tonight, we're combing through this notice from the Department of Justice, who has launched a compliance investigation of William and Mary.
Shock, first of all, very shocking.
The department says they became aware that the school offers scholarships and educational benefits that may include unlawful racial criteria, referencing the Scholars Program, which gives top consideration to diverse people and perspectives. The William and Mary Law School was also mentioned. The law school allegedly awards scholarships to incoming law students who are graduates of historically Black colleges and universities. The notice goes on to mention a fellowship in the School of Education that includes a preference to Hispanic women. The university was founded in 1693, and African American students weren't allowed to enroll as undergraduates until 1963. In fact, the National Center for Education Statistics says Black and Hispanic students make up less than 15% of the school's population.
Definitely being a woman of color is, shocking information and a bit alarming.
She and other students add that if these programs and scholarships are shuttered, it could dash the dreams of affordability for some students.
I find it super surprising just because of how much belonging that we try to incorporate on campus.
According to William and Mary's website, it can cost more than $40,000 to attend for just 1 year, costs that may only increase for some pending the outcome of this investigation.
Scholarships are a very important thing. I need some. I know the people that I'm going to school with, they need them as well. So it's very important that this is a good investigation to follow.
In a statement, William and Mary said they are complying with all state and federal laws and that they have no further comment at this time. Markeisha Jackson, 10 on your side.
So what basically, I guess I'm catching on there is that William and Mary had giving out scholarships to folks of, diversity. So let me go ahead and read you more of this in context. It says here that the DOJ, has launched a civil rights investigation into the College of William and Mary over scholarship and student programs that the department alleged favored certain students based on race and ethnicity. Now, is that fair overall? Most folks can say no. Now, when they just showed that data explaining that 62% of white students make the majority of the university, and hey, during when you had diversity inclusion initiative, you're like, hey, look, we have to bring a little more diversity here in the university, here to the College of William & Mary. The reporter interviewed a black girl that said, hey, look, that's a bit unfair because I know folks in general that could easily use that scholarship money, because when it comes to affordability, that's not just a race thing, that's a everybody thing, right? And so yes, I'm all for equal opportunity. I'm all for equal opportunity. But if it's more in favor of one way, yeah, I can see that being investigated, right? Let me read you a little more. So the Department of Civil Rights Division announced the investigation Monday, saying it will examine whether the Virginia-based public university is violating Title of the Civil Rights Act, which prohibits school receiving federal funding from discriminating based on race, color, or national origin. Now, remember what administration we're under. They wanted to take away all diversity programs. Now, for me, I'm back and forth with it, because I look at it as like, don't make it the majority, but at least somewhat incorporate, like, hey, look, they're folks coming from very underprivileged communities that might be Hispanic, that might be African American, that come from Black and brown communities that never get the opportunity to come here and receive a scholarship here at the College of William & Mary. And look at our majority. So we need to, again, if you want to incorporate a little more diversity, I'm kind of in between with this whole thing. Now, is the investigation shocker? No. Again, being who's in Washington right now in this administration, they blame everything when it comes to a disaster of diversity, equity, inclusion, DEI. All right. While William & Mary scholarships for first-year students that covers at least the full cost of in-state tuition is not for a specific race, the department claims that the university gives top considerations to applicants with diverse people and perspectives. Okay. Top considerations. They didn't say that they choose. They just say top considerations. In a letter to the university sent Monday, the department also highlighted several programs at William & Mary, including at the School of Education. One was the Martha L. McGuire Fellowship, which it says prefers Hispanic and Latino women, while the Holmes Scholarship programs provide mentorship and other opportunities aimed at developing future education leaders of color. Again, my friends, programs are program, initiatives. There's no different from, say, if I try to apply for something and like, oh dang, that's for women owned, or women it's a scholarship for women, or for single mothers, or for women of a certain, to me, I just look at it as, hey, look, this is something providing opportunity for folks of color, of Black and brown community. I don't see that being that extreme personally, but I could see why other folks would feel some type of way, because once again, affordability is not a color thing. It's an everybody thing. All right. So that's just my overall take with that. We will continue to read on this investigation. Earlier this month, DOJ accused Duke University School of Law of discriminating against white and Asian applicants in admissions, alleging the school violated 2023 Supreme Court ruling that significantly limited the use of race in college applicants. So, I mean, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? It's not so fun when it happens to you, huh? No, I'm joking. Anyways, my friends, I'm going to stop cutting up and acting like a fool over here, y'all. But until next time, because we're going to cut this short today. But look, we got more great things happening here on the Arrington Show. Do me a favor, stay safe, stay blessed, stay informed. I will talk to you soon for another great convo here on the Arrington Gavin Show. I'm out.
That's it for tonight on the Arrington Gavin Show. Thanks for tapping in and keeping the conversation alive. Don't forget, stay connected with us on all platforms. Follow at Arrington Gavin on Instagram, Blue Sky, and X, and subscribe to the official Substack for exclusive takes and deep dives you won't get anywhere else. We're here every weeknight, same time, same energy, same real talk. Until next time, stay bold, stay sharp, and stay true. That's what we do on the Arrington Gavin Show. Peace.